Today we're going to show you how to blend paint. The first of all thing that you want to do is you want to be able to mix your paint up and make sure that it is a blendable color, that it is really close to the color that you're painting. Now, the fender that we just painted is silver, and this one does not match. We on purpose made this one not match for the demonstration, but normally you want to get that just as close as possible. And what a blend is, that's where the new color that you're painting transitions into the old color, kind of like a fade, if you think of it like that. It actually kind of fools the eye a little bit because sometimes it's not a perfect match, but by the time you blend your paint out, you'll never be able to notice where. First of all, what we're going to do is just mix this paint up. It mixes 1-to-1 with the reducer, and we'll just mix it up like we normally would painting anything. So I have 2 ounces of paint here, so I'm going to put 2 ounces of reducer. I'm going to stir it up. Now it's ready to put it in the gun and spray. Okay, we've got the paint mixed up, we've got it reduced and ready to spray. We're just going to show you, this is the fender that we're going to be painting, we're going to be blending into, and this is the color we're going to use. You can tell it's quite a bit darker, but we're doing that, on purpose to demonstrate how to blend. And like I've mentioned, blending is just basically, let's say we're painting this fender, and maybe we had a door here, and if you just painted just this fender, not the door, that would be called a bud match, and sometimes that's hard to achieve a color match that way. So what we do is we'd paint this fender and then blend into the door. But for this purpose, we're just going to show you how to blend into this fender, we'll paint this edge, and then we will blend the paint into the existing paint. I'm going to lay some tape right here just to kind of demonstrate the difference in the color. I'll just put it right on the edge here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a stripe along this fender. I'll put it right here so we can see how the transition works. Okay, we'll tack this off and we'll start spraying the paint. Okay, I've got the fender masked off like I want it, got it tacked, ready to spray. And what you want to do, the first thing you want to do is you want to get your paint mixed up just like you normally would any base coat, whatever brand you're using. This one's 1-to-1 with reducer. And I'm just going to paint this edge because we're assuming that this door, that we just painted this door, and we want this fender to match the door. So we're going to paint this edge, and this paint and the door will be the same paint, so it's going to match right here. And then we're going to transition this color into the original color there. So what I want to do first is just cover this panel until hiding. What I mean by that is put enough paint on there until you cover the tape or whatever. If you had primer here, you'd want to cover the primer. And by the way, whenever we're doing just one panel like this is called blending within the panel. I'm going to blend just in the panel. If I had a dent right here, for example, I could blend out this way and back this way and up and down and not have to get into another adjacent panel. But so we're just going to paint this edge on a normal coat like you would paint anything. I'll probably just paint about 6 to 8 inches. Okay, we've got 2 coats of color on the area that we're blending to on that fender. Now obviously that is way off. That would not be a blendable match, but that's what we're doing for this demonstration, is to show you. But the next thing you would do when you're blending, especially in high metallic colors as silver like we're shooting, is you're going to mix the paint in with some clear. It's not like your clear coat. What this is basically a base coat, just like the paint that you're shooting, but it has no pigment in it. So it's a base coat with no color. And what you're going to do with this, since it is a base coat, you're going to mix it up 1-to-1 with reducer, just like you would with your paint. So we're going to mix 2 ounces of that. We'll put 2 ounces of reducer. Now we've got 4 ounces, And now we're going to take the paint that we just used and mix it 1-to-1 with this clear. So we're going to pour it up to 8 ounces now. And now we're going to extend the blend out a little further with this. That'll help blend the color. Now notice whenever I was blending that, I painted what I was originally painting. I went past that a little bit and kind of fanned it out to kind of let that paint overspray get blend into the existing paint. Now normally that would probably be good, you know, if that was a matchable blend, but it's not. This is more like a fade. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut that one more time with 500 just to help make more of a transparent blend there. So I'm going to do it just the same way. Mix this 1-to-1 reducer and then mix what I already have mixed with that 1-to-1. Now the paint is even more transparent. Okay, so that's basically how you do a blend. We've got in this case, the darker color, which blends into the lighter color, which, of course, this is noticeable because it was such a different color. But you know, it's a lot. If this was a butt match, you know, it looked like this right here, and of course, that would be very noticeable. And now this kind of demonstrates, you know, this is the exact same color as this is, and you can kind of see how the blend transitions from the darker color into the lighter color. So that's kind of covers blending. And now what we do is we'll clear coat the entire panel, and then, you know, it will be ready.